So hello friends, welcome back to our YouTube channel IT Full Knowledge. So this is JS series part 6. In this video basically we will discuss about variables, how you can use JavaScript variable. So you can create variables in JavaScript using three ways. Either you can use var, or you can use let, or you can use const. So you can use any keyword to create variables. There is even some difference between them while creating variables about scope or how you can access somewhere like that. But for now just understand there are three ways to create variables or declare variables in JavaScript. One is using var keyword, second one is using let, third is using const. And in this video we will basically focus on using var keyword to create variables in JavaScript. So guys, I request you to watch our all previous videos of this JavaScript series so that you can can continue with the series. Then you can understand it very well, like you will know the whole flow, how you can use JavaScript in your web page and so much. So before continuing this video, I want to request you to watch our previous videos, and if you have not subscribed us till now and you like the content, then make sure you click on subscribe. And even you know us on YouTube but you have not followed us on Instagram, so username is shown on the screen, IT_full_knowledge. So just go to that username, search on Instagram and start following us so that you can stay connected with us. Whenever any new video will come, so I will let you know, like when video will come, when it is in editing process, which new topic new video can come. So you will get updates. And we have a programming group with over 45.6k plus members about HTML, CSS and JavaScript for beginners, and link is in the comment box and description of this video. So make sure you join that group also, so that your query will get solved in the group, or you can even ask me personally. So without wasting any time, so let's just start it. So hello friends, welcome to IT Full Knowledge YouTube channel. So welcome to JavaScript series part 6. So in this video basically we will discuss about JavaScript variables. So we will discuss JavaScript variable tab of W3 School. So we can create variables in JavaScript using three keyword, which is var, let and const. In this video we will basically focus on creating JavaScript variables using var keyword. Okay, so about let or const, using these two keyword also you can create variables, but for this video scope we will talk about var keyword only to declare or to create variables. In future videos you will able to learn about let and const also. Okay, so let's just come very fast. So there are three ways to declare a variable: using var and using let, and third one is using const. So using these three keywords you can declare or create a variable. Just keep in mind about that. For now we will discuss about and showing you practically about how you can create or declare variables using var keyword. Okay, so in this video we will use var to create variable. In the let and const keyword we will be explained in next videos. So what is variable? So basically variable is just a container for storing any value or any data. In this example below we will use the var keyword to declare a variable. So here you can see, here is just paragraph with ID demo, and inside script open and script close there is JavaScript code. So we have declare a variable using var keyword. We declared a variable with x, so var x, this is we declared a variable x, and here equal to 5 when we write, we assign also a value to that variable. So here it is declaration and variable assignment also. So declaration and assignment. So similarly var y equal to 6, so y has a value 6, and in var z, which is third variable, we are just adding x and y. So what will be output? 5 plus 6, so z will be 11. So we from the whole document we are just accessing that element which ID is demo. So we are accessing this paragraph, and inside its HTML content, inside paragraph open and close, we are just concatenating, or you can say displaying the value of z with string concatenation. Like this will be displayed on the browser, the value of z is plus, here we are just concatenating that variable. So that variable value is 11, so the value of z is 11 will be displayed on the browser. Okay, so in the example above, here you can also see x stores the value y 5, y stores the value 6 and z stores the 11. So here we are just displaying the value of z is whatever value coming in the z. Okay, so guys, let's just do it practically. So here I am coming in a program, and here I have written basic code. So I will write code in front of you. So in body we are just writing PID equal to demo. Okay, you can give anything in that. So inside the script we are using where x equal to 5, okay, where y equal to 6, and where z equal to, we are just adding x and y. You can take any variables. Okay, so now what we are going to do, we are just from the whole document get that element, from the whole web page get that element which id is demo, means accessing the paragraph, and inside its paragraph content inner html what we want to set, we want to set x plus y. Okay, so we can do that way also, or in our example what we did, the value of z is, because in z we are adding, okay, then space double quote, so that there will be space between value and this colon. The value of z is, here we will just pass that variable z. Okay, so we have passed that variable. So let's just save it. So we are just creating a folder. So I am creating a folder JavaScript variables, and inside it I am using where keyword variable.html. okay, because we are using where keyword to declare variable in that example. Okay, so let's just go into the path. So just go to window E, and here just go to computer. Okay, just go to C drive, and here on C drive just go inside JavaScript folder, and here in JavaScript program, JavaScript variables, there is our HTML page. So we have just run it on browser. So here you can see guys, if the value of z is 11. Why? Because 5 plus 6 is 11, and we have just displayed on the paragraph by accessing paragraph based on its id. Okay, so this was similar, much like algebra. So in algebra you also see variable like x and y, so we just add something. So x plus y we just store in another variable z. Okay, it is much like algebra, which example now we have seen. So we can also use guys variable names, like some descriptive names, like just use price1, price2 and total price in the place of x and y and z variable. Like in programming, just like in algebra we use variable like x, y, you also see that we use variable like price1 to hold value, so we can use that also. Okay, so in programming, just like in algebra, we use variables in expression. So just whatever variable name you have given, and you can add two variables together, so the total price will be 11 because 5 plus 6. Okay, so let me just show you that example also. This is not a big deal. I will just I will just write here price 1, and here I will write price 2, and here I will just write total price. Okay, and here I will just change it to price 1 and price 1 plus price 2. Okay, and now we will just pass that variable value here in place of z. So what will be displayed here? We will just change the message, the total price is. Okay, the total price is, and whatever will be the price. Okay, so let me just come on the browser and show you. So now I think something error comes. No worries, we will check it what has happened. Unexpected identifier. Okay, in line 8. Okay, in line 8. Okay, price 1. Okay, here we have given space now. This is wrong. We don't have removed x. So here if we run, so here guys you can see the total price is 11 coming. So I hope this point is clear. So let's just go further. JavaScript identifiers. All JavaScript variables must be identified with a unique name. So variable names must be unique. Two variables names can't be same. These unique names are called identifiers. So we call these unique names identifiers. Similarly, like everyone have a different unique name. okay, generally, because if you know two name together like same name, then there will be caste different, but more commonly you will see you can identify someone based on name. Okay, similarly, like here you can compare that thing with there, like variable names must be unique, like our name must be different, we will call that name by name. Similarly, we can name variables also. So these unique names are called identifier because they based on that unique names we can identify that variable. So identifiers can be short names like x and y. So in the first example we have used x and y variable, and or identifiers can be more descriptive like age, sum or total price. Like for now we just take the variable name price1 or price2 or total price. Okay, so general rules, what are the general rules which we need to be followed while creating variables? So names can contain, like variable names can contain letters, digits, underscore and dollar sign. Okay, names must begin with a letter, so starting must be from a letter, and names can also begin with dollar or underscore. Names are case sensitive, like small y and capital Y will have different variable name even name is same. If case is of different, like this is capital, this is small, uppercase and lowercase, these are two different variables in JavaScript because JavaScript is case sensitive language. So here reserved words, keyword cannot be used as names, so we will just discuss that. Names can contain letter, digit, underscore and dollar sign. Okay, so you can put anything. Names must begin with a letter. Names can also begin with dollar or underscore, so let's just discuss that point. Names can begin with dollar or underscore. So here you can see I have taken dollar, and here I have taken underscore, and here I am taking dollar, and here I am taking underscore. Okay, so let me just save it and come on the browser and refresh it. Still you can see output coming. That means you can use dollar or underscore in the starting of variable name. Fine, because these are treated as letters by JavaScript, that's why you can do that. Names are case sensitive, so y and y are two different. Reserved words cannot be used as names. Okay, so let me just show you. If I do here like 9 price, okay, 9 price 1, so here instead of dollar if I place 9, so that will not be guys run, this will give error. So output not coming, that means error coming. Go to inspect, go to console, what you can see here, uncaught syntax error, invalid or unexpected token in line 8. So let me just come here and remove from that. Starting must be letter, it cannot be number, because number is also a data type in JavaScript, so it confuse it with that, so you can't use it like that. So here guys we need to use where keyword. So mistakenly it is removed, it is working but it is like not a good practice, so we have to use here where. So I just removed number from here in the start, and from here also I have removed that. So now this example will work. Okay, why? Because it will not break the rule this time. So the total price is 11. Okay, so this is coming. So let me just show you. I have shown you can use dollar or underscore in the start, you can't use number, okay, in the start. So these rules we have seen now. Okay guys, so just go further. Reserved words we cannot be used as names. Names are case sensitive, so names are case sensitive. Let me just show you. So here if I write price 1, and here also I write price 1, okay, but now here if I write price 1, so price 1 is this also price 1, this also price 1, so what will come? This is small p, this is small p, so 5 will be displayed on the browser. So what is coming? 5. Okay, so as you can see 5 coming. Why? Because this is small price 1. So now if I came here and I take this variable, this time p is capital, so this value is 6. Okay, let me just save and come again on browser and see here 6 coming. Okay, so you can do, so these are case sensitive. Small and capital variable have different name, even names are same. So here if you want to do some more things, you can do that also. So we have seen that also, like dollar or underscore thing. So if you want to give something like that, price dash 1 and price dash 1, and now if you will write here price dash 1, what will happen? Let me just show you. Refresh. What is coming? Output not coming, that means any error coming. Let me just go into the inspect right now. So when I go into the inspect and go to console, unexpected token minus, okay, line on line 8. So what is this? Let me just solve it for you. So you can't use hyphen in between them in the variable name. Okay, why? Because this JavaScript treats it as minus operator, subtraction. Okay, so because it is also same, so you can use underscore here. So if I now do underscore and here change it to underscore, now it will work. So let me just show you here, and when I refresh it, you can see 6 coming. Okay, 6 is displayed. So now we have seen all these things. So like dollar and underscore thing I am again showing you. So if you write something like that, so if you write dollar price underscore 1, and let me just show you, and here if we will come, you can see output coming, because you can use dollar or underscore in the start. Okay, but this is not very common to use dollar. Okay, so let me just go further. JavaScript identifiers are case sensitive. We already seen that when we take two variables same name but p small price 1, and in the below we just use p capital. So these two have two different values. These are not the same, even names are same, because case is different, like one is uppercase and one is lowercase. So now we will discuss about the assignment operator. So in JavaScript, the equal sign is an assignment operator. So this is not an equal to operator. Like if you want to check something, like if I value is 5, you want to check if I equal to 5, then do something. For that purpose we don't use that. This is not an equal to operator. This is just used to assign value. This is just an assignment operator. Okay, so this is different from algebra. So in algebra, if we want to prove something, x and x plus y equal to 0, prove that. So we just need to prove that when we add x and y, it will be equal to 0. We need to prove that. So this is equal to, but here this equal is not equal to. Like if you write x equal to x plus 5, this is not like that you have to prove x equal to x plus 5. This is like that if x value is 4, so in x we are just storing 4 plus 5, 9 will be in the x value. So we just use equal sign here, and it is called assignment operator, not equal to operator. It will not check the condition. Okay, so in JavaScript this statement makes sense. It assigns the value of x plus 5. It assigns the value of x plus 5 to x. Important note there. It calculates the value of x plus 5 and puts the result into x. The value of x is incremented by 5. So the equal to operator is written like double equal to in JavaScript if we want to check on some conditions. So here if I come here, and here we just need to change things accordingly. Okay, so we can do that. So as you can see here, what we did in that example, we just use equal to assign it. Okay, so let me just show you very fast about that. So if I write here where x equal to 6, and here I am writing x equal to x plus 5. Okay, so now if I display here x, so what will be x value? So x is 6, so here what will come? 6 plus 5, and it will be in the x 11. So 11 will be displayed. So let me just come on the browser and refresh it. So here you can see 11 is displayed. So I hope it is clear. So x plus 5, what is x plus 5 means? Whatever is x value, just add 5 to that and again put that inside the x value. So I hope this point is clear. this is assignment operator, not equal to. Okay, if you want to see the equal to use also, let me just show you very fast. It is not that hard. So what you know here, x value will be 11. So what I will put condition, if x equal to 11, then alert x is equal to 11, and if not equal to, then just console log. So if you don't know console.log, then watch our 4th video of JavaScript output in this series, then you will know it. X is not equal to 11. Okay, so let me just come on the browser and refresh here. So you can see guys what is coming, x is equal to 11. So this alert coming, and if I go into console, you can see nothing is coming on the console window. Why? Because x value is equal to 11. That's why. Let me just change condition little bit. If I write here x is equal to 11 ki place 12, so x is equal to 12 or x is not equal to 12. Okay, so this time because x value will be 11 here, and we are checking x equal to 12, so 11 equal to 12, false condition, so it will come in the else block, and on console it will display x is not equal to 12. So let me just come on the browser and refresh it. You can see this time no alert come. Just press F12 from your keyboard or go to inspect, then go console. So here you can see x is not equal to 12 is displayed on the console. So I hope this equal and equal to thing is clear to you. Now just discuss about JavaScript data types. So JavaScript variables can hold numbers like 100, and text value also it can hold, like my name, and or you can give your name. So similar like that, you can store number or string like that. So in programming, text values are called text string. So we call this Atul Sharma text strings. It is inside double quotes, or you can put string inside single quotes. JavaScript can hold many types of data. So different types of data JavaScript can hold, but for now just focus on two things, or think of two things, numbers and string. In the future lectures we will discuss about JavaScript data types in a separate chapter. Okay, so strings are written inside double quotes or single quotes. So here we just write inside double quotes, so you can put string inside single quotes also. Numbers are written without quotes, so we don't need to put any double quotes or single quotes outside the number. Okay, so there is an example. So just numbers are written without quotes and strings are written with quotes. So just paragraph, and in script there is a variable pi and its value is 3.14. like you have if you have learned math, you already know pi value is 3.14, and person is like Atul Sharma, and answer is yes I am. And then just on the paragraph we are just displaying pi plus with the line break. In the next line name will be displayed, whatever inside the person, then line break, then answer will be displayed. Okay, so let me just show you this example. Okay, so JavaScript data type. So let me just come here. So what we will do guys one thing. So before that, just comment that line for now. Okay, don't this is multi-line comment, and you can do anything with that. Okay, so now what we will do, we will just give variables value or assignment like that. So if I write here where pi equal to 3.14, and if I write where person, or you can give person name, you can take any variable, equal to Atul Sharma, answer where answer yes I am, because my name is Atul Sharma. So like that. So now what we will do, we will just use that and put it here. Okay, so let me just do one thing, just cut the code from here and paste it below. But best thing is to use just in the script tag in the start to declare variable, but I am using it below, so that when I will concatenate that below, you will understand things and see variables also with that. Okay, so what I am doing, I am just writing that pi value is pi, and then we will just do line break. Okay, and after that we will just pass the person name variable, person name, then we can concatenate line break, then again line break, then we will just concatenate answer. Okay, so just save it and come on the browser. So here when we come, let me just do it for you. So here we just need to put it here together, there is gap, just save it. So here we are using here giving x, that why this issue comes. So just save it and come on the browser and refresh it. So guys, here you can see what is coming. The value, pi value is 3.14. then Atul Sharma in the next line, because we put line break, then we write yes I am. So you have seen we can use you can use numbers or string. So number is there, so point value, or if you even you remove 0.14, we have not put that inside single quotes or double quote because this is a number. Here this is a string, so if we pass here single quotes, it will also work because we can pass string in double quotes or single quotes. We have already seen that. So for now just understand that string and number are data type in JavaScript, but there are some more data types also, which we will discuss when it will be easy to make you understand with the time. So we have seen that example. Now declaring or creating JavaScript variables. So creating a variable in JavaScript is called declaring a variable. So when we create a variable, we call it declaring a variable. You can declare a JavaScript variable with var keyword. We have already seen that. Declare a JavaScript variable. So if I write just var space variable name then semicolon, I don't give any value, that time this is called creating variable. Okay, in our normal language we will call it creating variable, but if you go more technically or programmatically, this is like declaring a variable. Okay, we have not given it any value. After the declaration, the variable has no value. So for now JavaScript variable car name will not have any value till now because we have not given any value, we just declare the name. But technically this variable car name has the value undefined, so this is value is not defined, so technically internally its value is undefined. So what is undefined, we will look into it with the time. It is like null, empty. Okay, but null is also data type in JavaScript, so we will discuss in deep with the time about what is the difference between null, undefined, all these things. For now just to understand that there is a term undefined. Okay, that means this value is not defined. If we did not give any value, its value will be undefined in JavaScript. So to assign a value to the variable, use the equal sign. So we just declare above var car name, and here we just write car name equal to Lamborghini because variable is already declared above. We just assign a value using equal sign, assignment operator, and here we just pass the string in double quotes Lamborghini car. Okay, so you can also assign value to variable when you declare it. So when we did what we did in that example, we just above write var car name, so this line above is declaring the variable, and here we are assigning the value. But we can do that thing instead of two lines in one line. So declare and assign the variable value in same line. So just write var space car name. Now don't put semicolon, this will be declaring a variable, but if you assign value directly in that line, so in this line what we are doing, we are just declaring a variable car name and assigning Lamborghini value to it using assignment operator. So this is declare an assignment in one line. You can do anyway. We will create, in the example below, we will create a variable called car name and assign value Lamborghini to it, and we will display it into the paragraph. Okay, so this is not a big deal, so we will do it very fast. So let me just show you. So this is not a big deal for us, so let's just come here, and what I will do, let me just see if I have used car name anywhere. No, we have not used, so no issues. So what we will do, we will use where car name okay, and here we are just assigning a value Lamborghini, and here we have declare a variable, declare or create variable, and here assign value to variable. So what we will do, we will just display car name in the document.getElement by id. Okay, so let me just come here. So what we will do, we will just pass the car name variable. So simple. Here Lamborghini is there, so it will display Lamborghini. Okay, so let me just come here, Lamborghini is coming, so we just declare, and in the next line we assign the value. So if you want to do it in one line, so you can do it that also. So just comment that line and comment that line. Okay, and here what we are doing, we are just writing where car name, and what we do, we put semicolon. This is declaring variable, but if we assign the value in the same line, this will be declaration and assigning value in the same line using assignment operator. So where car name equal to Lamborghini, so let me just come here, still output is coming. So this is in one line we are doing that. So if you want you can concatenate string also, the या my favorite car लिख सकते हो. So you can write that also, my favorite car is Lamborghini. So just concatenate with string variable name, and you will be able to see the output, my favorite car is Lamborghini. So I hope guys this point is clear. So let me just come here. So it is a good programming practice to declare all variables at the beginning of the script. So I have declared variable here, but you have to declare just here above, because I am showing you so many things. So I have created so many variables. I just want to show you, if I write something here, so I should declare variable here so that you can see closely in the video. Otherwise if I declare here, you will not be able to watch the video very carefully. Variable will be just above where I am typing. Okay, so one statement, many variables. So we can declare many variables in one statement also. So what is a statement? If you still not know, or you are not following our series closely, I request you to watch this video also, JavaScript statements. Whatever line you write in the JavaScript code, each line is a statement. So if you want to know in depth, just watch this video, okay, so that you will be better understanding. So we can declare many variables in one statement. Start the statement with where, separate the variables by comma. So we will do that also. We can declare many variables in one statement. So here what is happening, just where person equal to whatever we are giving, and car name and price, and here we are just displaying car name. Okay, so in one statement, in one line, we are declaring three variables. So let me just do it for you. So here if I comment that code, okay, so what I will do here guys, I will just write here where car name, and car name equal Lamborghini, comma person name equal to Atul Sharma, and here I put comma, and if I write here answer equal to, you can put in single quotes also, yes I am. Okay, so if I here just pass car name, so here you can see we have commented all the lines, and in this line we are declaring a variable car name equal to, we are passing value, and here we are just passing another variable in the same statement, in the same line. This is just putting comma in between that. Person name, we declare another variable, comma answer, we declare another variable. Three variables in one line, in one statement. So if I come on the browser and if I refresh it, still my favorite car is Lamborghini coming. So output is coming. So you can write multiple variables you can declare in one line. So if you want to change it, just put here person name. So if what will come here, the person name is, or my name is, you can put anything. So the person is, or you can do anything, just come here and see my person is Atul Sharma. Okay, so whatever you will write, this will be displayed. So person is Atul Sharma. So P is small, you can use capital also here. Person is Atul Sharma. Okay, so I hope this point is clear. You can declare multiple variables in one line, one statement. We can declare it in another lines also. A declaration can span multiple lines. Okay, so what we will do, there is no such difference, just what we declare in one line. Okay, what we declare here in one line, we can declare that in multiple lines. Just here from press enter after comma. So if you write that way, okay, that will also work. Okay, I have saved the program and still it is working. Okay, so you can declare multiple variables that way also. Okay, if you want to don't put semicolon, okay, then you need to put if you don't want to put comma, then put semicolon, and here we have to use variable because semicolon terminate that line. So here that time we need to use 3 time where keyword. So still it will work. So just come here, still it is working. Okay, fine. Value equal to undefined. So in computer programs, variables are often declared without a value. The value can be anything that has to be declared. So we need to so value equal to undefined, we will discuss about that. So in computer programs, variables are often declared without a value. Just we seen that we can declare a variable not giving any value. So we can declare a variable without giving a value. That value can be anything that has to be calculated in the program or provided by the user input, and that input we will store in the variable. So that may be the case. So a variable declared without a value will have the value undefined. So in JavaScript, if a variable is declared and value not assigned, just understand that its value is undefined for now. The variable car name will have the value undefined after execution of this statement. So where car name, we have not given any value, just display that, so its value will be undefined. Okay, so let me just come here and do that for you. So here where car name, so if I put here semicolon, and if I comment that much code, and here if I just pass, okay, car name is car name, so that time no value is there, we just declare car name, not assign any value. Let me just come here, car name is undefined or car name value is undefined. So I hope it is clear. If we don't just declare variable, don't assign any value, its value is undefined in JavaScript. So redeclare JavaScript variables. If we redeclare a JavaScript variable, it will not lose its value. So the variable car name will still have the value Lamborghini after execution of it. So what is happening in this example, a variable is holding a value, car name is holding a value Lamborghini. If we declare that variable again, this previous variable which we declare and assign value, it will not lose its value. Here what will come, Lamborghini, and undefined will not come because it is defined, value is assigned already. Okay, so let me just come here and do it for you. So if I just do one thing here, where car name is Lamborghini, and again we just declare that where car name, so here Lamborghini will be come. So just come here, and as you can see here, car name is Lamborghini. So that also done. So let me just go further. So JavaScript arithmetic, as with algebra, you can do arithmetic with JavaScript variables also, operators like equal to and plus. So what is happening, we are just adding 5 and 2 and 3. So what will be output, all these are numbers. So 5 plus 2 7, 7 plus 3 10. So this is very simple example. So let me just come here and do it. So what we will do, we will do where x equal to 5, and we can do it in one line also. 5 equal to what we learned, z equal to 3. So here what we will do, we will just do x plus y and plus z. Okay, so we just did that, x plus y plus z, and here we just declare in one line what we already learned. So x plus y plus z, 5 plus 2 plus 3, 10 will come. So here you can see 10 is coming. So I hope this point is clear. 5 plus 2 plus 3, all numbers, just addition done. We can add string also, but string will not be added, string will be concatenated with the number. Okay, let me just show you. So if I write Atul and plus Sharma, so what will be output? Atul Sharma. So let me just come here and do it for you. You can, if we can add string also, but it will be concatenated. So if I write where, and here I write I equal to Atul plus, and here empty between space between Atul and Sharma, and just put it inside the string. So if I pass here I, so what will happen? It will display Atul Sharma with gap between Atul and Sharma. So as you can see, we can concatenate string also, add string also, and it will be concatenated. If you put a number in quotes, the rest of number will be treated as strings and concatenated. So if we put numbers inside string, single quotes or double quotes, it will be treated as string, not a number. So as you can see here, we are just adding 5 plus 2 plus 3. So this is not a number, now it will be treated as string. So it is 5, and 2 and 3 will be added to that with concatenation, not 5 plus 2 plus 3. Okay, so let me just show you also. This is very easy. So let me just show you another, where j equal to 5 plus 2 plus 3. So here just pass j. So what will happen? 5 is string, so it will treat as string, number will be treated as string. So string, if we add together, so it is taking it as string. So if you add anything to a string, it will not be added, it will be concatenated, as we already seen with Atul and Sharma. So what will come? 5 2 3. So this can be asked in interview. So if we go further, so if we write 2 plus 3 plus 5, so the first is not number, so it is not a string, it is number. So 2 plus 3 5, and if we add 5 to 5, it will not be 10, it is string. So 5 will be output. So let me just show you that also. So just come here, and what we will do, we will just write another, where k equal to 2 plus 3 plus 5. So I hope your point is clear and now you understand it well. So if I pass here just k, so what will be output? 5. So just come browser, and you can see here guys, what is coming? 5 is coming. So let me just go again. JavaScript $sign. Remember that JavaScript identifiers names must begin with a letter, A to Z or A to Z, small or capital, or $sign. So variable name can start with $_. I have already shown you that. Since JavaScript treats $sign as a letter, so identifiers containing $ are valid variable names. So if we declare variable with $ in start, so it will be a valid name. We have already seen that. Okay guys, so we can declare start variable name with $ or underscore. We have seen that. Okay, so here where $to $this, and if you add that, it will be added. Okay, so if you learn jQuery also, so in jQuery JavaScript library we just write $, and inside double quotes if there is paragraph on HTML page, if I write like that, so it will select all paragraph from the whole web page. Then you can apply anything on style or anything. So in jQuery we use $, so it is not recommended to use $ in the start or underscore like that, but you can use that. Okay, so using the $sign is very common in JavaScript, but professional programmers often use it an alias for main function in JavaScript library, as I already told you about in jQuery. Okay, so you can use $, or you can use underscore also. So since JavaScript treats underscore also as a letter, identifiers calling underscore are valid variable names. So just underscore, and if we add, it will be working. Not important note, underscore is not very common in JavaScript, but a convention among developers, programmers, that it is use an alias for private variable. So if you create a class and if you want to use private or hidden variable, just put underscore before the variable name. Okay, so let me just show you dollar and underscore thing, and then we will finish this class. Okay, so what I will do here, I will just put here dollar. Okay, here I will put dollar, and here I will put underscore. So if I do here dollar j plus underscore k, what will happen? This output is 523 plus 55. 523 plus 55 will be added. Okay, so let me just come here. So as you can see, 523 and 55, and it is added, it is concatenated together. So as you can see, 5 to 3, so this is of string. Okay, 5 plus 2 plus 3, this is string. First is 5. Okay, string. So 5 to 3, and if you add 5 to 3, so first is string, so after that it will concatenate, not add. So 5 to 3 5 5. So I hope this point is also clear. So you can use dollar or underscore also in the starting of variable.